Meet the babes of Bayside High. Lisa's the name.
Hey dudes, let's dish.
And gossip's her game. Check out Kelly.
All right! Pardon my perkiness.
She's not hot, she's nuclear. Make a date with the babes of Bayside High. Catch the next Saved by the Bell.
Our episode begins in the middle of a student council meeting where the nerds are vouching for a national mourning for the cancellation of Gilligan's Island.
Somebody should cancel you.
Times were simply more simpler before the rise of cancel culture. We are then introduced to Graham, who is more concerned about the rise of styrofoam cups than he so candidly calls them plastic foam cups.
I'd like to introduce all of you to public enemy number one.
Hey, he's right here.
The plastic foam cup. Every time we use one of these in our school, we pollute our planet.
For once, Saved by the Bell writers, could you pick at least one topic and make it the focus of the episode?
Because plastic foam cups are not biodegradable.
An environmentally conscious styrofoam cup that hates themselves.
Yeah, he's right. We need to talk to the administration.
No, we need to stop tomorrow's delivery of plastic foam cups.
Graham demands these cups are banned from Bayside, and his fight for eco-friendly products have Jessie singing a swan song of love. He demands students hold a protest against styrofoam evil tomorrow.
Hey, no one's gonna be here tomorrow. It's cut day, remember?
Zack would rather take part in something never mentioned in the world of academia, cut day.
It's the only reason I go to school.
Why not just call it a day off? Pretending no one comes to school or gives a shit leaves you more vulnerable, NBC, to the angry mob of the concerned parent and teacher council viewing committee.
Zack, we need to save the planet.
Well, hey, a planet without cut day isn't worth saving.
Mr. Belding enters and reminds the students that even though it's cut day tomorrow, he has no power to keep students on campus.
But anyone who does cut tomorrow will get an unexcused absence.
Not considered a scheduled day off on the school calendar, it's considered truancy.
And 10 unexcused absences means suspension, and somebody here already has 9.
But since we live in a world where principals don't really exercise their authority, but are just cool and calm with the flow type of fellows, he will let them off easy with an unexcused absence. However, Zack stands with 9 unexcused absences, and one more means suspension. Like Robert De Niro in Meet the Parents, no matter where our young gay fucker goes, Mr. B will be watching.
Oh, come on, sir. You can't expect me to be here on cut day.
Wasn't this already covered in Rent-A-Pop?
Oh, yes, I can. I'm gonna check on you all day long, and if you're not here, you're suspended.
Back in the hallway, Screech is acting out as usual, and we are still waiting for Lisa to punch this inflatable annoyer in the face.
What do you think, Lisa? A little less on the side, maybe you straighten my curls on top?
What are you talking about, Screech?
Well, tomorrow's cut day.
You don't get a haircut on cut day, you doofus?
Jessie informs Slater that she wishes to join the battle in smashing these evil plastic foam cups tomorrow rather than attend cut day.
What? You out of your mind?
Let's get ready to stumble.
I want to guarantee the survival of the Earth's environment.
Well, can't that wait till Monday?
No, there's a plastic foam protest tomorrow, and I intend to be part of it.
So it looks like by default, Slater finally wins Jessie for a day.
Jessie, lighten up. Missing one protest march isn't going to put the Earth on the critical list.
Yeah, Jessie, you know everything about the environment except how to enjoy it.
Jessie brings Slater up to speed on Zack's situation.
Correction, Zack is going to be here with me.
You? Marching for the environment? His idea of recycling is trading blondes for brunettes.
Belding said if he cuts once more, he's suspended.
Oh, pretty poor Preppy. I'll send you a postcard.
But Zack bets Slater that for $100 he can successfully skip every single one of his classes, all while going undetected by Mr. Belding.
The king of cut day will find a way out.
After all, Bayside never knows who's coming or going to school anyways. An investment in surveillance is an investment in accountability, Belding. Think about it.
I just want to make sure that one of your students is, well, good morning, Zack.
Yes, that's easy for you to say, sir. They pay you to be here.
We arrive at school next day featuring the only students present, Jessie, Graham, and Zack. They meet another clueless teacher whom keeps calling each absentee row by row, oblivious to the Elmer's glue she's drinking or sniffing.
All right, let's call the roll. Adams? Applegate? Baker? Barnett?
Graham spouts more feminism about female presidents that charms Jessie further.
I think it's about time that the United States caught up with the rest of the world. I mean, they've had Margaret Thatcher in England, Indira Gandhi in India, Golda Meir in Israel. What?
Nothing, I didn't know there was a male brain capable of that kind of thinking.
He's pretty sure for the first time in history, a female U.S. president wouldn't have grown old, gray hair and tired by the stressful task of her presidency. Mr. Belding hops on in to check on the whereabouts of Mr. Zack Morris, and right after he leaves, a nerd comes to instruct Zack to head to the library to pay a library fine.
Zack Morris to the library. You owe $86 in overdue books, and the librarian is shouting in a whisper for her money.
If Zack is a bookworm, then he has got fine written all over him because a book is about as absent as his mind, which he left at home.
All right, Zack, you'd better go.
See what happens when you don't cut school? You get in trouble.
Would someone explain how promoting acts of truancy to encourage a delinquent behavior a smart move for Max? Yes, they have done some pretty stupid things to stay in the good graces of their landlord, Bayside High.
You're mine. Take that, and that.
Now that I think of it, I find the Dancing at the Max episode to be the only believable co-event to be hosted between them and Bayside High.
Nice job, Lisa. Take that. Back in your swamp.
Screech and Lisa are enjoying their time playing whack-a-mole while the writers suddenly come out of their amnesia phase and remember Slater once had the hots for Kelly.
Just let the stick slide through your fingers, okay, Kelly?
They certainly are close and personal with each other.
Well, let's try this one.
Hey, you want to take a turn?
Oh, no, that's all right. I enjoy teaching.
Zack demands Slater pay him so he can return back to class.
Now, give me my money now so I can head back to class before Belding catches me. Wait, time out. Wait a second. This is cut day, not cut class. You don't win the bet unless you show up everywhere we go.
Slater reminds him that this is cut day, not cut class day, and since we have 13 more minutes left, which means 13 more minutes of acting incognito against the slow, bumbling forces of Belding in order to win the bet.
You want me to sneak out of every single class? Hey, if you can't do it, Preppy, then I guess you lose.
We return back to class where Mr. Belding sees at the moment of nabbing Zack Morris for cutting study hall.
Pleasant surprise. And what brings you to study hall?
Don't get cocky, Zack. I've got my eye on you.
He inserts himself in class at the moment that fades Mr. Belding's hopes of expulsion.
Sorry, sir. You're not my type.
While Jessie and Graham are painting signs for the rally, this gives Zack a great idea.
Mr. Money? Oh, man, can I go to the bathroom? No. All right. Thanks.
When Mr. Belding enters the room to try to locate Zack, a voice alerts Mr. Belding that his car is now towed for being parked in a red zone.
Oh, tell me, he skipped out.
Mr. Belding, your car is being towed. You parked it in a red zone.
What? I did not park in a red zone!
Whoa, back up, writers. That's not how parking violations are done. How did Zack pull this off? Hired some off-duty police liaison? Officer on the take?
Guess who painted the curb?
This gives Zack the golden cue to exit where he later meets up with Slater and Kelly at the movies.
Jump! Screech! Shh. Gosh, it's me.
Their budding romance seems to be blossoming.
Zach.
It was a really scary moment in the movie.
Uh-huh.
That ready, Kelly, would you rather have a Peppy or would you rather supersize it?
Yeah, well, don't be so sure, Preppy. You never know what'll happen.
Boy, if Mr. Belding was an NFL player, he would be penalized for targeting because he certainly has Zack in the crosshairs.
This time I caught you!
He assumes Zack is in the hallway but meets Jessie and Graham instead, but he could care less about those two.
What do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? I'm exercising my right to protest.
Fraud, thy name is Belding.
Yes! Power to the people! Right on! Go team, go!
He later catches up with Zack, whom says he is in the hallway protesting with Jessie and Graham.
2, 3, 4, don't use plastic foam no more! Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Because it's less likely to keep him out of trouble.
All right. You have made your point. Now let the man make his delivery.
I'm sure Zack's sign would have went like this. This is the last straw.
Mr. Belding, don't you care about our future?
I care about running an orderly school. If you don't want plastic foam, then present a petition to the school board.
Mr. Belding tells them he has no control over if the cafeteria does or doesn't receive plastic foam cups, for that is the head cook's responsibility, and that they should take it up with whatever dink NBC writer whom thought plastic foam cups ever existed.
Now go to class before I present all 3 of you with detention.
Hey.
He basically tells those two to move it before he realizes what a lack of authority figure he really is and suspends all 3 of them. Jessie and Graham bond over how much time they have lost protesting over a fake product.
Graham, we failed.
No, we didn't. If we convinced even one person, then we succeeded.
They embrace in Zack's presence as he gets an eyeful as we cut to the next scene.
You really understand how I feel, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Because I feel the same way. But I keep trying.
What a cut day.
Cheating because according to George Costanza, it isn't a lie if you believe it.
Some people are ditching classes, some people are ditching each other.
Back at the beach blanket buffet, occurring on the day where the earth didn't move around much on an enclosed set, where everyone is all dancing as if they are some poorly animated comic strip characters whom are only hip to one move. Slater lays on the seduction sunblock, working in a suave manner on Kelly's shoulder.
Come on, let me put some lotion on.
Oh, thanks.
You know, Kelly, this is a new experience for me.
While Lisa attempts by digging a new sacrifice to the sun gold emoji to prevent Saved by the Bell, the new class, from ever happening.
Here you go, Lisa.
Thanks.
Zack meets up with Screech, gives him a box of chocolate-covered grasshoppers.
I saved my last box of chocolate-covered grasshoppers for you. You're my hero.
Hey, thanks, Screech. I'll eat them later. It's not smart to swim on a full stomach.
Sounds kind of nutty.
You're right.
While Slater goes to fetch them all drinks, Zack asks Kelly about her sexy time with Slater.
Let's have fun on cut day.
But not this much fun. I mean, not with my best friend's boyfriend. Zack, when I think of poor Jessie stuck in school, while I'm here at the beach having a great time with Slater.
Kelly, I wouldn't feel too sorry for poor Jessie.
She shrugs it off, saying, well, the script wants me to be blind as to what is unfolding before my very eyes, so I'm going to act all innocent in the sake of good friendship.
Come on, Zack. I mean, if the situation was reversed, can you imagine Jessie getting closer to another guy?
Well, you know, if I really forced myself, I think I could.
We cut back to the classroom and meet another long line of batshit teachers rolled off the same product line as Mrs. Simpson, then her younger daughter, Mrs. Coolpepper. Apparently, she thinks Africa is Nevada and Nigeria is next to Las Vegas.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Honestly, I weep for the Bayside youth at this point. We can assume Bayside puts the sanctity of all student life at risk by hiring teachers out of the mental institution's work release program. Mr. Belding comes in and notifies Mrs. Culpepper that she has just received a telegram that informs her she has just won the lottery.
I'm so happy for you.
Oh, I don't care what you think.
What is it with this show and outdated forms of communication? I mean, I grew up in the early 90s and never sent a telegram to anyone that I know of.
Good riddance to you and my lousy salary. I'm out of here.
Was this show written by someone's Civil War grandfather battling his early stages of dementia? The revelation of this news, no matter how fake it is enough for Mrs. Culpepper to go, fuck this episode, and opts out of her teacher's pension paid in Monopoly money. Mr. Belding puts on his thinking cap and dismisses all students except Zack Morris.
All right, put that phone away, Zack. You are finishing the day right here at school, and I am staying here with you to keep you company.
Yeah, I'm sure granting more unexcused absences will sit well at the end of your year review, Belding.
Rest of you may go.
Gotcha, Preppy.
What a dick move, Dick Belding.
This does not look good.
Slater phones Zack and says, "It was I whom hijacked Dr. Brown's DeLorean to send a telegram by time traveling back to 1885. After a hard day, Zack offers one of his chocolate-covered grasshoppers to Mr. Belding as a peace offering."
Sir, I happen to have some candy here. Would you like a piece?
That is very thoughtful. Thank you, Zack. Yes, I would like some. Mmm. Good.
Yeah, they're imported.
It's crunchy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really taste like nuts. What is it exactly?
It's chocolate-covered grasshoppers. Well, and the crunchy part's the thorax.
When Zack reveals the secret ingredient to Mr. Belding naturally runs off to vomit. Talk about a knee-high kick to the belly. Zack catches up to Jessie and Graham, about to head to the Max.
To the Max, bye.
We'll see you there.
Okay. Not okay. If Jessie sees Slater with Kelly and Slater sees Jessie with Graham, cut day becomes kill day.
He feels he must do what is possible to save Slater and Jessie's relationship, to avoid Jessie being seen by Graham at the Max.
Jessie, you can't go to the Max right now.
Why not?
Because you guys were gonna save the world today.
Yeah, well, we tried. Now we're gonna take the rest of the day off.
Well, technically, if you cheated on someone who was willing to do anything for you, they didn't just cheat yourself out of true loyalty.
Well, why don't you go to the beach? I mean, it's much sunnier than the Max.
Too much sun's bad for you, Zack.
Mr. Belding later comes out of the John, feeling all pooped out when he catches up to Zack.
Trying to cut at the last minute, huh?
Oh, sir, you misjudged me. I was just coming to see if you were all right. I was concerned.
Zack pulls the same trick on Belding.
Well, oh no. I appreciate your concern. I'm all right now.
Well, then you should eat, sir. Would you like another piece of candy?
No.
It's not chocolate, and it's no grasshopper.
All right, thanks, Zack.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah?
What is it?
Well, it's a caramel caterpillar. Have another?
This is when Belding experiences that awkward moment when you think you have a silent fart and it comes out like a machine gun.
Hope I can beat Jessie to the Max.
How does Belding get the staff bathroom door unlocked in a hurry? With a dookie. Zack barely loses his bet, but makes a last-minute dash ahead of Jessie and Graham for a last-minute plot touchdown.
Go Slater!
Oh, too late, Preppy.
What? Is Jessie already here?
Jessie? What's Jessie got to do with it? You just lost a bet.
Oh. Well, come on, let's go to the bank right now and get your money.
Jessie later has a sit-down with Slater where she confesses she found her new love, quas feminist love, and she firmly believes they should be seeing other people.
Look, Slater, we went the whole day without seeing each other. And I don't know how you feel, but I enjoyed spending time with someone else.
You mean Graham?
Yes. Look, it's been great going steady, but we do fight a lot. And maybe it would be better if we started to see other people.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
When Slater admits he had the greatest time with Kelly, she interprets as, "Under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love." Romping.
What? Kelly? You cheated on me with my friend?
I told you, here it comes. Feminist eats Tokyo.
I didn't cheat on you. I just had a fun day with a girl without arguing.
Well, then why don't you just keep going out with other girls?
I will.
Suddenly, all gloves are off until they both realize how pathetically boring and pointless this student exercise has been in its study of student truancy.
Come on, it was your idea.
Look! They're laughing together. I've never seen that before.
Man, I thought they were gonna tear each other's eyes out.
Come on, Zack, that only happens in zombie movies.
They then confess to the rest of the Bayside brunch that they made up their mind to stick as friends but see other people.
Slater and I have decided to date other people.
But you were so happy together. Every now and then.
Slater feels those rules will be bent soon enough when the writers decide when him and Jessie will have their moment in time when it's convenient to the plot.
Don't worry, Jessie and I are still gonna go out whenever we feel the need for a good fight.
In time, my gullible ones, in time. Still one of the most head-nodding and snore-fests of the season. I don't know if I should be mad or not. It's hard to know what to think when you are presented with an episode that is just so bland, uninspired, and just a lame duck excuse to find a way to break up Slater and Jessie.